Good morning and welcome to the Meade Senior High School 2021. These students, teachers, counselors, and staff have worked extremely hard to plan a dignified commencement program. To this end, we welcome you to support our graduating class in the following ways. As you can see, today is a hot one. Please stay hydrated throughout the ceremony. When the senior class processes in, please stand and remain standing for the national anthem. Please remain seated throughout the program, particularly when the diplomas are being presented. The aisles must remain clear and pictures may be taken only from your seats. A professional photographer will take pictures of each graduate as they receive their diploma. Parents and guests are not permitted on the track or turf field at any point during today's graduation ceremony. To allow our guests to hear the names of all graduates, please hold your applause until the final graduate's name has been called. Please be mindful of social distancing throughout the event by maintaining at least 4 feet of space between you and others outside of your household. While they are required by graduates, faculty, and staff, mask wearing by ticketed guests is optional. Hand sanitizing stations are located throughout the stadium, and there are extra masks located at the ticket booth. At the conclusion of the ceremony, guests are not permitted on the field. Please proceed directly to your cars where your graduates will meet you. Congratulations to all of our graduates, families, and friends, and thank you in advance for your assistance in making this commencement a most dignified ceremony. At this time, please rise for the procession of the class of 2021, followed by the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Maylin Pacheco, and I'm your senior class vice president. I would like to welcome parents, guardians, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2021. At this time, I would like to take a minute to welcome our distinguished guests. Please stand and be recognized as you are introduced. Dr. Frederick Rivers, Principal. Dr. George Arlotto, Superintendent of Schools. Ms. V. Mary Kaya, Vice Principal, Meade Senior High. Dr. Monique Davis, Regional Assistant Superintendent. The Honorable Drake Smith, Student Member, Board of Education. The Honorable Candace C.W. Antwine, Member, Board of Education. Seated in our VIP area, the Honorable Melissa Ellis, President, Board of Education. The Honorable Donna Schelheim, Vice President, Board of Education. The Honorable Pamela Baidiel, Senator, District 32. The Honorable J. Sandy Bartlett, Delegate, District 32. The Honorable Michael J. Rogers, Delegate, District 32. Along with the additional talent, Mr. Joshua Bishop, President, Class of 2021. Ms. Rimsha Kadir, Keynote Speaker. Mr. Aaron Santori, Master of Ceremonies. And Mr. Patrick McCarthy, Master of Ceremonies. We thank you for being here today. At this time, please help me welcome to the podium the Honorable Drake Smith, Student Member, Board of Education.
Good morning, faculty, teachers, family and friends, esteemed guests, and of course, the mighty Meade Senior High School class of 2021. We have finally arrived. After a dozen plus years of school, we finished the race. We put our pencils down for a final time, but instead of walking out of the building one last time, most of us closed the Google Meet tab and breathed an extended sigh of relief. We always knew that this day would come, as it has for generations before us. This last year has been a very extraordinary one, to say the least. It was a year that has tested us in every single way possible. We lost experiences, some of us lost loved ones, and many of us lost a sense of purpose. No one was prepared for this at all. Many of us were looking forward to one last homecoming dance, the drama club's annual productions, our yearly pep rally, parading around bombastically in our crudely made. And I'm sure that most of us, no, probably more like a few of us, were almost ready to ask that special someone to prom. But in early 2020, we slowly heard whispers about this deadly virus. We heard that it was spreading rampant, but we didn't have time to focus on it. We had tests to take, projects to turn in late, and jobs to work. Junior year is the hardest one in your high school career. We were just too busy to be focused on the coronavirus. But all that changed on March 13th, 2020. Coronavirus, like the roar of thunder, grabbed our attention. It was so serious that schools were closed for 2 weeks, and a lot of us jumped for joy because we were finally getting a real spring break. And in the beginning, I honestly thought that coronavirus would be as short-lived as Mustang Hour. But those 2 weeks turned into 2 more weeks, which turned into 2 months, which turned into a year and a half. The nervous excitement of those first few months soon dwindled, and we all found out the hard way that there actually is a limit to the amount of TikTok and Netflix that a person can watch, and you can only eat so much banana bread before you never want to see another loaf for as long as you live. Soon life slowed and different feelings slowly came creeping in. For me, there was this overwhelming feeling of apathy that took over. I went from a principled, caring, and balanced IB student to a confused, distracted, and anxious virtual student. Some days, I didn't want to get out of bed. I could not stand to sit on another Zoom, Google Meet, or Microsoft Teams meeting. If I heard another person say that you're on mute, I was going to go insane. And some days, all I wanted to do was lay in bed on my phone. And some days, that is exactly what I did. I would say to myself that I should get up, but in 5 more minutes. Those 5 minutes became 50 minutes, which became 5 hours, which at one point could have became 5 whole days. My plan was simply to stay in bed until this whole thing is over. Clearly, I'm up now, but to tell you the truth, I never got out of bed. I never woke up and said I missed the old Drake, straight from the go Drake, chop up the soul Drake, set on his goals Drake. I didn't do any of that. Instead, someone had to get me out of bed. My mother, she would open the blinds. My father would come in my room and yell, "Good morning," then proclaim that today would be a good day. They got me out of bed. Teachers like Miss Quinn, she would have meetings with me to check in on me. Dr. Rivers, he would send me a random text sometimes. They got me out of bed. I know that this is a public school graduation, but sometimes God got me out of bed. And it wasn't always easy. Sometimes I'd shut the blinds. Sometimes I'd not respond to those emails. Sometimes I'd miss those check-in meetings. And I would just keep asking myself, why won't they leave me alone? Can't they see that the world is falling apart? Why do they want me to get out of bed? Just let me watch Attack on Titan and The Mandalorian in peace. But I would reluctantly get out of bed and stumble to meet the day. But then at the end of each day, my hands would be raw from washing and scrubbing. My face and ears would be sore from the mask, and my head would be throbbing from political arguments from left, right, and even center. And all I would think about is getting back in bed and not leaving until this whole thing is over. But that circle around me would not let that happen. I kept getting out of bed and I kept asking why, until one day I realized that at one point in their lives, they probably didn't want to get out of bed, that they felt like the world was falling apart and someone had to force them to get out of bed. And this made me realize that this pandemic is a preview of life. Life isn't linear. Life isn't clear. Life is messy and hard. What you want to do is not always what you will do. Life will throw you a curveball, then tackle you. And then to add insult to injury, the foul will be called on you. If someone told me that a year ago, my senior year would be changed by a pandemic, I would have said, yeah, right. But here we are. Many of our final GPAs didn't land where we wanted them. Some of us got rejected from our top 1, 2, and even through, but none of that stopped us. If it did, we're sitting here today, and it is this pandemic that separates this senior class from all the rest. I mean, you wouldn't know it by just looking at us on the surface level. We look the same. We have the stuffy robes, the colorful cords, the mortar boards that just won't stay in place. But as I look out at you, my peers, today, I see something in your eyes. I see dedication. I see determination. I see something in your souls that cannot be easily broken. For what we have been through since March of 2020 is a testament to what we can do. And this year was full of unknowns. That's the scariest thing known to man. I mean, we have gone through more changes this year than Meade has gone through colors. You cannot prepare for something you know nothing about. All you can do is embrace for the impact. And that, my friends, is exactly what we did. And that is what we will face going forward, but this time with keen eyes and a little more knowledge. And if you feel that you are a failure because of this year, remember that we have all failed at one point or another. Last time I checked, none of our teams have gone undefeated, especially not the baseball team. We've all gotten a subpar grade or two. My point is that failure is a part of life. Failing is nothing special. Most people can adapt to failure. That's one of the first lessons you're taught right out of the gate, right after the golden rule. But you have not failed. You're graduating today. You're sitting here smiling with your mama crying somewhere in the stands. I know mine is. Many of you may have forgotten this, but 4 years ago on our first day of ninth grade, we signed a banner that said commitment to graduation 2021. We have all fulfilled that commitment. Be proud of that. This graduation day, I want us to make a new commitment to ourselves. I want us to commit to laughing at ourselves, forgiving ourselves, to loving ourselves. And as you continue in this marathon of life, remember that you are capable. Don't be controlled by cynicism. Don't be deterred by discomfort. Don't be intimidated by insecurity or inhibition. Combat the confusion of this world with your confidence and character. They say that the worst day of your life prepares you for the best day. So what about your worst year? Remember this year. Remember the grit, the gumption, the perseverance. Remember the frustration. Hold on to the success. Remember that Mustang step up. Remember that Mustang stride with pride. Remember that somebody out there believes in you. Thank you all. Good luck. And God bless the class of 2021. Now, please direct your attention to the screen for a performance by the Meade Senior High School Chorus.
All the times I drew was there, all the river that freely flows, and it sings a song to on
I believe it keeps on traveling, but it rests on the Sabbath day, and the timing of its stillness I almost it away. island shore, till then declare wonderful day, as we sing once more. That is our it's a singing let my soul rise up, my soul rise up to the alone. It's a singing let my soul rise up, my soul rise up to
Good morning. All of our graduates have shown dedication and determination that it takes to complete their public education school career. We would like to take a moment to recognize a few of our students. Latin Honors Awards are bestowed upon students to recognize the academic achievement based on 7 consecutive semesters of work. To those graduates wearing a bronze stole, please stand. The bronze stole represents the Latin honor of cum laude. These students have a weighted GPA greater than or equal to 3.4. Thank you, and please be seated. To those students wearing a silver stole, please stand. The silver stole represents the Latin honor of magna cum laude. These students have a weighted GPA greater than or equal to 4.0, but less than 4.3. Thank you, and please be seated. To those graduates wearing a gold stole, please stand. The gold stole represents the Latin honor of summa cum laude. These students have a weighted GPA greater than or equal to 4.3. Thank you, and please be seated. To those students wearing an International Baccalaureate Diploma honor cord, please stand. International Baccalaureate Diploma candidates wear a triple cord with dark blue, light blue, and silver. For a student to be an IB Diploma candidate, they must complete the following components of this internationally recognized and prestigious program: coursework, as well as internal and external assessments for 6 IB Diploma courses, at least 1 from each of the following subjects: language and literature, world and classical languages, individuals and societies, experimental sciences, mathematics, and the arts. The extended essay, an independent research paper of 4,000 words, a critical thinking course called The Theory of Knowledge, approximately 150 hours of creativity, activity, and service in grades 11 and 12. These students have completed requirements for the most rigorous academic program offered at Meade High School. Thank you, and please be seated. To those graduates who have chosen to serve their country by enlisting in a branch of the armed forces of the United States established by an act of Congress, please stand. We commend you and thank you for your service you have chosen. Please be seated. And now to our elected officials, to the members of the Board of Education, Dr. Alato, faculty and staff, family and friends, and the graduates of Meade High School class of 2021, congratulations to you. Today is a great day. It is a day that you have been waiting for since you entered kindergarten 13 long years ago. It is a day to celebrate with your family and friends. This is a major step of your lives, one that you should recognize for its immense significance. It is not an act of only personal commitment, but also one of pride and self-determination. You have worked hard to get to this day, and your work will not go unnoticed or a waste. A high school diploma is a wonderful, powerful tool in this world, one that opens many doors and opportunities for anyone lucky to have one. For many of you, high school graduation is just the next step in your education. You're headed to a university, community college, military, apprenticeship training program, or the world of work to prepare for the career that you would like to pursue. The diploma that you will receive today is your passport, or shall I say it is your insurance policy that has been paid in full by the hard work you've done to this point that allows you to sit here. The value of that policy depends on how hard you work and apply yourself to your next endeavors. That policy increases in value as you put in the hard work during the next phase of your career or your education. But graduation is not an end goal of itself. It is instead a part of a larger journey of life. Wherever your journey takes you, let it take you somewhere. Life is a journey, and all accomplishments are achieved during this course should be taken as a starting point for further achievements. So I want to leave you with 4 experiences before I leave. Number 1, be true to yourself. It's great to experiment and explore, but don't lose track of your values and who you are inside. Don't be easily influenced or try to be something you're not in order to please others. Know yourself and your limits. Number 2, be kind. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Have fun and make good choices. There are a lot of temptations. There will be lots to do and exciting things. Some may be good for you, but many will not be. When in doubt, do not do it. Number 4, work hard and focus. Focus on your coursework, study hard, be self-disciplined. Remember that you are for what your priorities are. You alone are responsible for your success. If you want results, you have to put in the hard work. Take these experiences with you. Keep close to the student and teacher friends you've made at Meade High School, and do well wherever you go and whatever you do. Mustang Nation, congratulations. And please welcome your student vice president, Mr. Josh Jacobs. Sorry about that, Josh.
Thank you, Dr. Rivers. Good morning, parents, Meade High School staff, dignitaries, and my fellow Mustangs. I think we can all agree the past year has been a bit crazy. When I first stepped through those doors of Meade High School, freshman year, I never would have thought that our senior year would have gone like this. Back then, I wasn't even thinking about graduating. I was too focused on finding my way through the maze of hallways to think about something so far off like graduating high school. But here we are, about to receive our diplomas, Just look at how far we've come. And I know it seems like the majority of students who are in high school are supposed to graduate high school, but I say after everything we've been through these past 4 years, us being here today is an awesome accomplishment. And I know the past year has been rough to say the least, but I honestly believe that what we all went through made us who we are today. Because it's times like that when you're scared and your back is to the wall where you find out what you're made of. And I am honored to be standing in front of such a tough group of people. We all wrote the first few chapters of our lives walking through the hallways of Meade High School. We all stood out wearing yellow for our first Spirit Week. We all had a clipboard bathroom pass that 15 other people used that exact same day. And we all believed the lie the seniors told us our freshman year about there being a pool on the roof. Or at least I did. But most importantly, we all had each other's back each step of the way. And even though we may not have had much of a say about where our story started, we are all more than capable of deciding where the next chapter in our lives takes us. Whether it's attending college, joining a trade, or serving our nation, or whatever other road you plan on taking, just know that every decision you make from here on out is an important one. With starting this new chapter in life, I encourage you to appreciate the little things that we might have taken for granted before, because who knows how long those will last. And I want to thank each and every one of you for making me the young man that I am today. I'll never forget the memories that we share, and congratulations on this huge accomplishment in beginning your next chapter in life. With that being said, I would like to remind you all of the words of Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it's done. So class of 2021, keep working towards success, keep pushing your limits, and keep proving the people that say it's impossible wrong. Thank you. At this time, please help me welcome to the podium, Rimsha Kadir, your class of 2021 keynote speaker.
Good morning, faculty, friends, families, and the class of 2021. Today, when I imagine myself entering the Meade High School building for the first time, I visualize this shy, timid young girl holding a map, trying to figure out how to navigate through a building where I, at the time, thought all the hallways had looked exactly alike. Our first class had been homeroom, and as soon as we got our schedules, we would take a picture, post it on Snapchat, or text it to our friends and ask, do we have any classes together? Do we at least have the same lunch? We had hoped to find familiar faces amongst the hundreds of new ones. But these new faces, these new peers, these new teachers, this new Meade High School community became a second home to us and has created the people we are today. Making new friends from the sports we played, from the projects that were assigned, from the clubs we joined, those friends are what made our high school years memorable. We bonded over pep rallies, rooted for our school football teams on Friday nights, and felt united during Spirit Week as we all dressed up silly, but we were also all dressed up together. Unfortunately, this high school experience had taken a turn in an unexpected direction. Virtual learning had its ups though. Waking up a minute before class, not always having to get ready in the morning. We could walk up to the kitchen mid-school day. But COVID also brought struggles we were foreign to. Many of our parents had to stop working, and many students had to start working to provide for their families. Many of our loved ones aren't here with us anymore to see us graduate. The numerous struggles we had to face throughout these 4 years knocked us down, but that's exactly what made us strong. We are now different from the naive 14-year-olds that first entered the building of Meade High. We are different because we grew from our struggles. Today, I am different because I dealt with the downsides of being such an unconfident and introverted girl in high school. But here I am today, someone who feels confident enough to give this speech to you all while I wear a hijab, a Muslim headscarf, for the first time permanently and publicly. Before, I had been scared of the negativity and the stereotypes that exist in this world, but I believe our generation will use our light to fight the darkness, the inequality, the hatred, the racism, the injustice that still exists, even at the expense of innocent lives. It is now our responsibility that when we go out into the world that we choose light, positivity, and kindness. Today is not the end of our journey, rather just the beginning. So don't quit now and don't stop here. We now have to use what we learn and make a real difference in what they have always called the real world. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite to the podium Dr. Frederick Rivers, Principal of Meade Senior High School, and the Honorable Candace C. W. Antwine, Member, Board of Education, for the Declaration of Graduates Address.
Dr. Rivers, I understand that if I don't read this, no one graduates.
That is true.
Then I'll
So
sit down.
We better get to reading. Special guests, parents, relatives, and friends, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Meade High School, I recommend to you the members of the class of 2021 as qualified candidates for the State of Maryland diploma.
As a proud Mustang mom and a member of the Board of Education, by virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Education of Anne Arundel County, under the laws of the state of Maryland, I do now award diplomas evidencing the satisfactory completion of the prescribed course of study to the students of Meade High School who have been recommended for graduation by the faculty of this school. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Carrie, where is? In an effort to hear each graduate announce, we ask that you please hold your applause until the last graduate has left the stage. Thank you.
Drake Smith. Joshua Bishop. Rimsha Kadir. Caitlin Rose White. Ian Ahmad Stevens. Franklin Adarkwa. Aditoye Adebiyi. Boafola Adeyele Oluwafunso Adeniran. Fikayo Loveth Odeojo. Temitope Adeyiga. Malachi Isaiah Almond. Jasmine Marie Anderson. Gael Andre. Michael Rashawn Anthony II. Kevin Apia Perry. Ranil John Pamilar Arce. Jose Pablo Berrios Revolorio. What's that? Malin Pacheco. Joshua Kalani Booz. Sierra Tiana Barnes. Devin Charles Barksdale. Thomas Sean Banks. Layla Oyen Consola Balogun. Labiba Omorinsola Balogun. Cameron Javion Ballard. Dana Anaid Balbuena Hernandez. Caleb David Baker. Dejanay Karen Baker. Nestor Antonio Beres. Abdullah Ba. Sai Alexander Ayung. I got it. Sade Autry. Tharun Kumar Arial. Cindy Melissa Batres.
Deshaun Jeremy Baxley. Xavier Zachariah Beasley. Omar Antonio Bieti. Micaiah Dreama Beckett. Jermaine Himi Bedell. Ashanti Kijana Bell. Sofia Gabriela Belofato. Yahara Beloso Cornejo. Vanessa Ariel Bentley Johnson. Disha Heidi Bugel. Ruth Min Boki. Noella Wikinyu Bongham. Imani Fatin Tarika Burke. Gregory Michael Berno. Anesha Meshai Coates. Ronaldo Romario Clark. Bao Tram Win Bui. Kaela Iman Buchanan. Kervin Joe Nathan Brown III. Ashanta Nicole Brown. Kaylin Adina Denise Brommel. Nasir Miguel Brockington. Anaya Ashley Broadnex. Ariana Zoe Braley. Maya Christine Bradshaw. Just Bowell. Josiah Bowell. What's your name? Brianna Bradley. Elijah T.G. Bowie. Cristina Sunga Borja. Jaden Ethan Burrell.
Aaron Nicholas Butera. Keandre Christopher Butler. Carla Isabel Kali Suchiti. Daisy Mariana Camacho Velasquez. Daniel Yumbi Carter. Idasha K. Carter. Gloria Lizeth Castillo Bonilla. Elizabeth Castro. Justice Ashani Cheek. Daniel Walter Chidlow. China Adriana Sid. Olivia Ann Clark Henriquez. Nicholas Leon Gamble. Simone Desiree Gaines. Luke Marek Saja. Keegan Malari Kunanen. Melvin Joel Kukum. Jocelyn Michelle Cruz. Kiana Tanifuji Craven. Vayante Vershawn Cork. Judah Timothy Contreras. Kaya Nicole Coney. Ricardo Selfantonio Coleman Jr. Mariah Shikaya Kobe. Jaden Jarrell Cobb. Yeah.
Samantha Jean Ferrer. Just wait. Jonathan Van Dong. Dang. Melody Dang. Samantha Iris De Paz. Nia Antoinette Dennis Jones. Abubakar Siddiqui Diarusuba. Kenneth Raymond Dillard Jr. Ethan Joseph Dixon. Go ahead. So don't read the tie. Okay. Tracy Doe. Jordan Alexis Driver. Nerongrit Dulsang. Rohan Ian Duncan Jr. Rafael Almicar Echeverria Jr. Aliyah Cache Francis. Olivia Louise Franklin. Ama Frimpong. Alyssa Cruz Cortez Flag. Ariana Saida Francis Fitzgerald. Michael Burke Fisher. Lakota Grace Fager. Ethan Favorite. Holly Christine Falter. Kaya Rochelle Fair. Ashley Renee Fahy. Jaira Monet Everett.
Anthony James Evans. Jacqueline Jamaleth Escobar Chicas. Dejane Ayana Ellison. Sydney Renee Edwards. Adriana Tierra Edwards. Milan Zuria Ginyard. Cade Omarion Goings. Andre Xavier Gore. Morgan Dasani Graham. Ebony Keisha Gross. Erica Krika Gross. Aaron Kier Gross. Bryce Odom. Bill Alejandro Higgins Nieves. Ronalane May Higoti. Christopher Maxwell Hooper. Alina Mai Hua. Anissa Zephora Hyatt. Clark Eliza Izzard. Faith Christiana Jackson. Kayla Mackenzie Healy. Calvin Michael Harrison. Mohammed Abdullah Hamza. Michael Elijah Hamilton. Rita Guzman. Francis Marti Genove Gertina. Raquel Guardado. Isaiah Aaron Jackson Colbert. Fatima Wahid Jamal. Zohaib Ali Javed.
Delonte Khalil Johnson. Gaia Nicole Lance. Sitlali Larios Beristain. Samaria Elise Lockery. Stanley Raymond Lawrence II. Jessica Jane LeBlanc. Macaulay Leon. Zenacia Nacia Shani Loman. Darlene Nairobi Linares Florentino. David Reginald Lewis Jr. Emerson Ricardo Lopez Cardosa. Naomi Jael Lester. Kerem. Last name? Kerem Koja. Alexander Thomas Kobsta. Zoe Elizabeth Knight. Daniel James Knight. Rana Samir Khalil. Elvis William Kaswamila. Jessica Karishma Karpaya. Tyrone Lee Jones Jr. Andre Newton Jones II. Jamal Edwin Johnson. Kiera Simone Haliger. Michael Christian Endund. Dequan Dwayne Henry. Malachi Henry. Mackenzie Tyler Hebron.
Alejandro Lucero. Despina Denise Lourdes. Desiree Danielle McNeil. Xavion Hezekiah McNulty. Joshua Damian Medina. Shaquan Michael Medley. Jadil Amir Mendoza. Madeline Delilah Mercado. Princess Kenora Barbara Jade Merritt. Tanaya Montrese Minor. Taylor Lanaya Mitchell. Hasey Elizabeth Molina. Victoria Ann Monar. Hosanna Janai Mu Young. Marcellus Elijah Moore. Shekinah Nicole Matthews. Markel Keon Matthews. Ishan Neil Mather. Natalie Madakanis. Christian Mark Martin. Treasure Marsh. Raven Simone Marsh. Caleb Marshani Rios. Aonia Michelle Marbury. Fabiana Maldonado Vasquez. Christopher Joseph Madry.
Damon Dale Ernest Mackey. Stephen Olusegun Kuye. Raven Elizabeth Kosick. Ayafuni Wilfred Kojovi. Chioma Helen Okereke. No. Julian Andres Olivares. Olamide Treasure Oluwalde. Yao Emmanuel Opuko Afriyi. Aiden Ortiz. Jose Luis Ortiz. Andrew Devon Owens. Kelvin Osei Owusu. Justin Michael Parks. Jacob Nathaniel Payne. Tamia Amarai Payne. Diana Elena Pereira Peguero. Ramsha Rizwan Qureshi. Braden Ray Rami. Bryce Lee. Winston Jamari Nisbet III. Janae Ayana Nisbet. Abigail Limunga Engwa. Stephanie Wynn. Haley Alicia Wynn. Bao Chow Quinn Wynn. Brianna Renee Nelson. David Andre Murphy III. Alan James Mullinex. Nahum Lal Thal Moana. Rafael Amani Moultrie III.
James Deshaun Mosley. Jalen Elijah Morgan. Anthony Enrique Morales Galdames. Wesley Parker Maynard II. Edwin Daniel Ramirez. Christian Alexander Ramos. Janasia Denise Randall. Patrick Robert Rankin. Hayden Anthony Joseph Rasciatore. Taylor Ann Ray. Din Wongang Reichi. Tucson Reese Jr. Naya Chantel Reynolds. Ryan Anthony Ricciuti. Thais Viviana Rivera. Kiana Jade Robinson. Nana Salim. Hope Elizabeth Sampson. Mignon Juliana Nene Sar. Mikhail Anthony Robinson. Jose Javier Quintanilla Sosa. Marquise Delonte Pritchett Simmons. Caleb Ashton Pritchett. Ariana Simone Prey. Raquel Alexis Prather. Brandon Francis Prater. Brian Armando Ponce Granados. Moises Polanco Ramirez. Jaheim Jason Plunkett. Lorelei Sophia Kim Placer. Christopher Pierre.
Tykera Imani Phelps. Dion Elena Pereira Peguero. Isaiah Elijah Norwood. Aaron Thomas Reese. Emma Marie Saunders. Ryan Saunders. Holland Rose Schmitz. Joel Amari Scruggs. Brandon Ross Seeley. Anais Antoinette Serrano. Dartian Jason Shade. Aiden William Shaw. Theophilus Mercher Chibogu Shaw. Brandon Alonso Singleton. Wait a minute. What was your number? Brianna Janae Smith. David James Smith. Hope Gabriel Terrell. Nija Rain Thaniel. Sudhir Anas Snell. Drew Marshall Smith. Rajveer Singh Saini. Marvin Stephen Sagustim. Glenny Saavedra Herrera. Richard Moises Saavedra. Melissa Amarilis Ruano Gonzalez. Alasia Renee Roldan. Catherine Rojas Guevara. Tyrell Antonio Rodriguez. Paola Nicole Rodriguez Rivera. George Eric Rodriguez. Adelina Larain Rodriguez. Kevin Paul Rodriguez. Zaina Cheyenne Robinson.
Nadia Ann Crosby. Haley Ruth Thomas. Jaden Mecky Thomas. Jasmine Sakura Thomas. Sherion Monique Thomas. Thank you. Abalolu Elliott Thomas Ojo.
They're gone. They're gone.
Braxton Tolentino Johnson. Danielle Antoinette Tomlinson. Paris Laura Towns. Catherine Eileen Travis. Madeline Addison Truex. Nico Ware. Jaden Cyree Watson. Ilea Nicole Wesley. Janaya Jaine Whidbey. Katrina Yanu. Destiny Kayla Hillard. Amasibo Sheila Etu. Batuhan Marlo Sunset. Lena Noelani Choi Johan Lesa Sternad. Kalia Kaiolani Kaiona Stewart. Peter Anthony Stevenson. Desmond Tatum Stevens. Paris Janae Stanton. Eric Staley Jr., Jaden Alexandra Stafford, Terryton Duran Spate Jr., Taraje Deontre Somerville, Victoria Oreolua Sodipe, Kimora Tayana Paris Williams, Maya Lauren Williams, Rakeem Levon Williams,
Jalen Brianna Nicole Williams Jones, Sandra Denise Wilson,
Jason brought water.
Gavin Emmanuel Wilson, Victoria Evelyn Santos Wilson, Josh Amir Cooper, Rihanna Hamilton, Yasmin Miboj, Ashley Diaz, Carlos Cepeda, James Kolick, Angelique Kolick, Kayla White, Anye Turman, Bulan Give, Jayam Quegir Awful, Jake Romulo Vasquez, Christine Jean Varias, Linesia Tranis Turner, Reagan Kathleen Argo Wilbanks, Ayana Vanessa Williams, Lisbeth Padilla Ramirez, Brandon Jimenez, Moses Javon Haight, Leon Abayomi Corey Ibudun, Tashari Mackenzie Martin, Ezekiel Walter White,
Brian Antonio Woodley Jr., Jonathan J. Womble Jr., Daniel Taj Wolo, Joran Darrell Ward, Brandon James Walter. I got you. Michaela Nicole Wallace. An Vo. John Stephen Viveros Garcia. Amaya Kimura Vines. Baron Taylor. Catherine Esmeralda Villatoro Navarro. Jalen Jeanette Ventura. Jasleen Jamaleth Ventura. Henry Duban Velasco Ayala. Sofia Brianna Vasquez. Rohan Rof Rubani. Gifty Okra. Douglas Quintanilla Valencia. Aslan Curl. Adriana Denise Ann Hinckley. Nico Allen Zimmerman. Tierra Gardner. Jerian Lionel Young. Christian Lamar Wright. Bremely Hernandez Gonzalez. Clarence Jarrell Fuifek. Jordan McFarlane.
Will the class of 2021 please rise for the changing of the tassels? By the authority vested in me by the Maryland State Department of Education and Anne Arundel County Public Schools, I am pleased to proclaim you graduates of Meade Senior High. To symbolize your new status as graduates, you may now move your tassels to the left. The Meade Senior High class of 2021 will begin the recessional at this time. All guests are to remain at your seats until the graduates have exited the stadium. Thank you.
You go first.
Yeah, you guys go first.